The general elections are drawing closer. Litigation against the Electoral Commission of South Africa seems to be on the rise, with political parties racing against time to make sure they meet all requirements to participate. The Labour Party is the latest organization to approach the Constitutional Court about what they call glitches in the IEC's online portal. The party's Joseph Mathunjwa joins me now for more on that conversation. But Mathunjwa, good to have you, and thank you very much for your time. It seems, according to the Electoral Court, you submitted your national list before the cut-off time, but you failed to submit your provincial and regional list on time due to a fact not of the Commission, but of your own. How do you respond to that?
Good evening to you, and good evening to your viewers, and thank you for the opportunity. Yes, indeed, we did submit what we could submit nationally and some provincially, but because of the glitches that one has experienced with this system, which was tailor-made for the new parties, not for the old boys club, hence then we did confront or face this situation.
So what were the glitches? Because according to the court, there was no sufficient evidence provided of a malfunction, at least on the 8th of March.
In the papers that was before the judges by IEC, they have admitted in their papers that yes, indeed, the system had glitches. So I don't know where does that one come from, because we are reading from their papers that they indeed admit.
Yeah, but they are saying definitely not on the 8th of March, though. There is no evidence of the malfunction on the 8th of March. 87 parties, 76 new, 24 independent would have successfully submitted on that system on the day.
I mean, as far as we are concerned, we did experience, even to pay some of their monies, they know how difficult was it. And we even phoned their offices of the challenges that we've been facing. And some of them, they told us they are on lunch. They will come back and assist us. So we wouldn't be phoning them if their system was not giving challenges.
And did this evidence appear, or did you present it at least to the Electoral Court?
Yes, I believe our advocates, they did. They did present, to court. But furthermore, we're very much prejudiced by the delay of the Electoral Court for hearing our matter. It took them almost a month, where there's other political parties, they just filed their case today and is heard the following day, and the pronouncement is made. But us, it took us the whole month. That was a justice delayed. From their side, yeah. They delayed us blatantly.
Is there a reason why you would have left the matter so late, 2 days before at least, when your party would have registered a month prior to that process?
No, it's not about whether the party is registered late or early. The fact of the matter, let's not lose sight. The issue is the IEC system. Let me make another example, a practical example. In the actual fact, the case of the IEC or their papers were not supposed to be heard. IEC was late to submit or to file their papers with 2 days, and they asked for condonation. Guess what? Using a telephone call, phoning the clerk of the judge to say they are late. But there were no papers that were before the court of the condonation. The matter was heard without IEC putting formal application of condonation. And after the matter was heard, is when they filed their condonation. That I've never heard of such a thing. But it happened. That it shows clearly that the same electoral court is captured.
So are those the pillars of your case that you're bringing to the Constitutional Court?
No. This matter, remember, is sub judice. I'm just telling you what we have experienced, of which I think at the end of the day, our legal team will be able to persuade, the case accordingly. But the fact of the matter, it's moot, this case now. The train has gone. So hence we are approaching a constitutional court in order to seek justice, because we believe that this election will never be free and fair if we experiencing such challenges by the IEC. And the IEC cannot think that they are the holy cows. I mean, you know for the fact that the very same IEC leaked some list of some other parties, of which that was irregular practice from their side. And look what happened to Arise South Africa. It's the same. They told them that they are part of the election, they are in the list. Subsequent, the following day, no, it's an error. So it's not a quite clean system that they are using. And remember, this system or this amendment that was passed only when? June 2023. And it was only tailor-made for the new parties to protect the old boys club.
So
why we were not given an alternative to submit all these signatures physically, but we have to upload them to their portal that's full of glitches, and we are not given another, an avenue if we experience such a thing. And remember, it's only new parties that have to submit or upload 63,000 signatures. Not only signatures, your ID, your name, your surname, and your cell numbers, and all those things. When you put it, it kicks some of the of the supporters and does not tell you what is the reason why it's not accepting. All those things are glitches. So why we're not given an opportunity to say submit physically all your papers, and the very IEC using our text and employ all these graduates, IT graduates, people who studied in administration, give them a job in order to upload all these things. Why should we new parties be given such a mountainous job in order, to upload all this administration work, of which is supposed to be their job?
So what, are you saying that was a capacity issue on your part to be able to do it?
No, I'm not suggesting that. Yeah. The capacity issue was not an issue in as much as it was difficult from their side because of the glitches of the system. So we managed to do what we could do. We managed to upload national and some of the provinces as a new party. I'm telling you, if the very same exercise were given to this old boys club, some of them, they would never even come closer where we arrived at as small parties.
So what do you make of their argument that says, well, the special dispensation, if it were to be given to one party, that would not be fair for the other 87 parties, unregistered new parties, that unrepresented, I beg your pardon, parties that would have gone through the process?
No, they've nothing to lose. Even those parties that they are saying they are ready, they would have given them an opportunity of correcting their list. I don't think even those that they have complied, they are happy with the list. It gives everyone an opportunity at the end of the day, not only Labour Party, even many other parties that they still have to rectify what they're supposed to rectify. And there is nothing that they are losing except maybe the ink, of which is paid by us at the end of the day.
Yeah. So let's talk then about the other issue of what you are bringing, without revealing, of course, much of your case. As you say, you're still putting your papers together and your legal team working on it. But how does this affect the space that is now a gazetted space? It's now a legal space. Of course, the time frames fall within a particular space that allows government to function.
That's why the ICC is the IEC is the first respondent, and the second respondent is the state president, and the third one will be all registered parties who are participating that need to be served. So therefore, we cannot be prejudiced by the shortcomings of the IEC and undermining the constitutional right of some of the South African people who want to associate themselves with the Labour Party.
Yourself, you are saying you are looking at a postponement of how many days actually?
No, it's up to the what's name, but I would say even 48 hours that we can be given, that will suffice. But at the end of the day, it is the call of the ConCourt to see whether there was a fairness on the side of the IEC, of which then is the only state president who can then pronounce whether they are moving the date of the election. But this could have been avoided if the IEC was doing their work.
Joseph Mathunjwa, appreciate your time. Thanks so much for coming on and for outlining that for us. We'll also reach out to the IEC, of course, to those issues that have been raised there by the Labour Party, calling for at least 48 hours of the reopening of that portal so that they could be able to resubmit some of their lists for the province as well as the regional one after having missed the deadline to do so. This matter, of course, ventilated before the Electoral Court and not with any degree of success as far as the 5 parties are concerned. And now the Labour Party wanting to escalate that to the highest court in the land, bringing in the president and all other represented political parties. Let's turn to this now.